إن الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى أهله وأصحابه أجمعين. أما بعد، أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم. وأنا أبو براء محمد أمريكي. Welcome, and with the best of greetings and welcomes. I am Brother Abu Bara Muhammad Amreeki, and today I'd like to talk about adab fi masjid. I'd like to talk about the etiquettes of the masjid. One of the particular etiquettes related to the masjid, كما قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, just as the Messenger of Allah صلى الله عليه وسلم said, فإذا رأيتم من يبيع أو يبتاع في المسجد فقولوا له لا أربح الله تجارتك. The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, if you used to see someone selling or buying in the masjid, to say to him, may Allah not give you any profit in your business transaction or in your venue. This is a very important hadith, and I mention it because I am a imam and a khatib in the masjid, and many times I get many requests for after Jum'ah to make announcements for people who have halal business, aswaq, lahm, who have markets for halal meat, to make these announcements after Jum'ah. And I also see many sisters who have children, when they come to the masjid for his programs, and their children are in any school programs, whether it's public or Islamic school, that they come with candy that they're selling for their school and do the business inside of the masjid on the musalla. These things are not permissible. Related to the a'lan, to the advertisement, for the advertisement, this cannot make any advertisement. Just like you cannot do the business transaction inside the masjid, you also cannot do no advertisement for people business inside the masjid. There cannot be no announcements. This is all part of business transactions. And many people feel, I hear it all the time because they have a halal market, meat market, that this is the only way they can get business. As the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in the dua, in the hadith, he says what? And this is a dua, La Arbaha Allahu Tijaratek, that Allah will give your business no profits. Alright? So this is something that is not in for the masjid. Alright? That Allah will not give any prosperity, no profit in your business transaction, no barakah in it. Alright? So for the Muslim, that he should think twice before doing this. A lot of questions arise related to this hadith about business transactions. People will ask, well, the masjid has a bookstore inside the masjid, and there's some itilaf related to the bookstore or some business transactions from the masjid, its own personal business transaction, as in people giving in sadaqah and things like this, which is okay. But related outside the business of the masjid's business, outside of the masjid particular business, or grabbing money to give sadaqah for a person in the masjid, somebody who needs some financial aid, and we asking to gather the money, this is not business transactions. Related to a person, the masjid's business store, which is, if as long as it's not on the musalla, outside, in the hallway, then there's no problem. And there is some itilaf even related to this. Because some people will have business inside the masjid, like bookstores, and they let people have bookstores, and the masjid doesn't profit from this. It's his own person's gain and profit, this bookstore. And the masjid is not part of the masjid's finances. Rather, the masjid might rent it out to this particular person. And this is another whole issue. Related to the people who comes to the masjid and want to do business transactions inside the masjid, this is not permissible. Related to the Muslim children and women, the sisters who come to the masjid and who have candy sell, bake sell, food sell, whatever, clothing sell, that's not related to none of the masjid's business or financial transaction, whether it's for your Islamic school that's not in the masjid, whether it's for any type of personal gain or personal business, these things are not permissible inside the masjid. Related to the advertisement, as I would say again, I get these requests all the time after Jum'ah. People come up to me and they would say, Ya Imam, oh Imam, can you tell the people to come to my store? I sell halal meat down the street. Can you make these announcements after Jum'ah? And I tell them over and over, no, and they get upset. So I like to bring this reminder. The masjid is for dhikrillah. The masjid is a place for remembrance of Allah. You look in the origin of the word al-masjid, which is a noun in Arabic. Al-masjid comes from the verb sajada. Sajada means in Arabic to prostrate. Prostrating to who? Prostrating to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the masjid is the place for dhikr. It's a place of worship, ibadah. It's a place for tasbih. It's a place for glorifying Allah and these other acts of worship. So the masjid is for the place for worshiping Allah. As Allah says, to bow down with those who bow down. So the masjid is for ruku, sujud, qiyam, qiraat, wa dhikrillah. So the masjid is for prostrating, reading the Quran, ad-durus, lessons, muhalaqat, lecture circles of knowledge, the mu'tamar, conferences or seminars like this, dorat. Therefore, these type of lessons related to learning their Islam and related to religion or something else that's a dying need for the Muslim. Any type of other knowledge that's a dying need for the Muslim. But it's not a place for a business. It's not a place you could come up and set up shop. It's not a place where you could sell oils. Also for the brothers who sell oils. Atr, misk. And we know that Muslims love oil and fragrance. This is not the place inside the masjid is to do your business. To sell your oils. This is not the place of the masjid. It's for outside the masjid, outside its door, if not within the realms of the masjid. And related to the masjid that has a bookstore inside, in the corridor, a place away from the musalla, this is okay. And some scholars have different opinions related to this issue. And so this is a good reminder for the Muslim to think about. When you go to the masjid, it's a place to pray, worship Allah, to remind of Allah. It's not a place of business. It's not a place of business. And this is from our series related to the etiquettes of the masjid. Barakallahu fikum.